Hi all. In one of the session we talked about the AR, VR and MR. Those who have not gone through that particular session, I'm just going to give you a brief things. VR is the virtual reality, AR is the augmented reality, and in between is called the mixed reality. So giving you a short descriptions, the thing which is more closer to the real environment is augmented. The thing which is more closer to the virtual is the virtual. And the things which is between them is called the augmented reality or augmented virtuality. When we talk about real and virtual, if everything has been created by computers, graphics, that is virtual. If there is a combination that you are taking a real environment pictures and making into the digital content is augmented. Why we need to understand it is because today we are talking about wearable technologies, and all the wearable technologies have a sensors, images, which they have to be read and give it as a digital content to us. So that is why we talked about AR, VR, MR, and now we are moving more to the wearable technologies. What is wearable? It's simple English word. Whatever I can wear, like this t-shirt, like this ring, like this prayer thread. All things are wearable. So a person who can wear anything is called a wearable for him. Watch, mobile phone. It's not wearable, but yes, you can band it on your arms and something like that. So we talked about the wearable technologies. Today we will be going to cover the definition of this, salient features of the wearable technologies, how the wearable technologies are coming from head to toe in a real things, and who all are making this, which all are companies who are actually investing in, and what is the big names of it. So there's nothing called a marketing about it, but just to give you the feeler, like we all know, phones are Apple or Android or Samsung is making it. We're not doing any marketing, or like cameras are Canon or Nokia. But at least we should aware about, if we know about camera, we should also know that what all good companies are making those cameras. Definition. So wearable technology, also called wearable gadgets. So one thing is an electronic gadget. Of course, the wearable gadgets are also electronic gadgets, but they have very specific classification that the gadget which you can wear is the wearable. Not all the electronics gadgets are wearable. It is a category of technology devices. So again, it's a technology. Though it's wearable, non-wearable, artificial, virtual, but at the end of the day, it's a technology device that can be worn by a consumer. So we always talk which consumer can worn is in wearable. If it cannot worn, it can be electronic technology, but not the wearable. Tracking information. So generally wearable devices are for tracking. Either it can connect any health things, it can tracking your walks, steps, heartbeats, pulses. So we always wear this because we want to track information about our body or our body parts. Having a small motion sensor. Most of these devices have a motion sensor. So how I can read out my steps, because if I'm walking, my hand is shaking, and then those sensors are moving, and I'm saying I am walking it out. So this is how small motion sensors are important for all of the devices, like for pulse. So if the motion sensors are not there, how the sensor will read that my pulse is coming up and down, and then it is reading my pulse rate out of it. Synchronization with mobile device. Not always, but 90%. Because if it is in a hospital, it is not actually synchronized with the mobile device. But yes, would be synchronized with other health machines. But in a normal way, when the people is healthy, doing the standard stuff and still wearing something, generally it has been synchronized with the mobile device to get the data. Like most of the Fitbits and everything, they are giving their own data, but mostly they are connecting to the mobiles to say what is the weekly steps, what is the monthly step, how much you burn, what is your heartbeats and all that. Helpful in health and fitness, that is what we always just talk about. But it's not that. So you will see when I will be come to head to toe, that not always for a health and a fitness there are wearable devices. There's so many other ways or other reasons also for a wearable devices. Basically it's for tracking. This tracking can be for fitness, health, tracking can be something else. What are the features of those wearable technologies? So it's the biggest new innovation in a technology since the smartphone, and the possibilities are endless. So there's a journey of normal phones to the pages to the mobile phones to the smartphones. After this smartphone, then there's a new big innovation which coming up as in technologies, which is the wearable technologies, like a smartwatch. And there's a different possibilities and endless. So far we only talk about 2 and 3, 4, 5, maybe 20, but you never know tomorrow there is something, which you can wear in your nose, and then it can giving you the some information or some tracking system about your nose or running nose maybe. Enables the device which you can place on your wrist, arm, faces, clipped on the body, like I've said that you can clip the mobile on your body, hang around the neck, blending with the jewelry. Oh yeah, so if I am in wearing ring, it can also be a wearable device. If I will be putting some technology, some sensors, some photographs, and then I will be synchronizing it with my mobile, why not? This ring can also be a wearable technologies or a wearable device for us. It is not a trendy pair of a headphones or a digital watch. It's not just that you are wearing a headphone as a wearable device. It's more. It's not just that you have a watch. It's more. So it's, if you talk about as a concept of the wearable technology, it's going beyond. But though generally it's more about wristwatch and headphones, which is not connecting to anything, and then you are wearing it. They are laden with the smart sensors and make use of a web connections, usually using Bluetooth to connect wirelessly to your smartphone. So again, we require what? Sensors and the internet. Sensors to read the things or a body parts or for a reason you wear this, and then you have to be pushed the data into the internet. Though internet cannot be directly into device, though it can be like a smartwatch is like, if you talk about Apple Watch 3, they have come up with the SIM card also. So now you have a watch itself having the internet. But if not, like an Apple Watch 1 and 2, it was more connecting to your mobile phone, and then by using those wireless technology, once of that Bluetooth, you can push the data here and then take it back also. Sensors to connect to you as a person, and they help you to achieve goals such as staying fit, losing weight, or being more organized. So I was talking about the fitness, and fitness help not just for a more organized also. They can give you the things like maybe you can read out, you can take 15 minutes for doing a breakfast, but if you will be going for 10 minutes, maybe you can do 5 minutes additional work in your office. Or while car driving, you are doing so fast that you are reaching in 20 minutes. At least the risk of the accident, at least go for 20 minutes or 25 minutes. So these are also to make a person more organized, not always a fitness and health. Now it's more important is head to toe. When I say head to toe, these are the only things where we can wear this. So we cannot wear something which is not a part of our body. So it's not a virtual reality. So it's a real one. So we have to be in tech, all of those wearable devices, anywhere in our body from head to toe. So first is the smartwatch. Yes, we wear it into the wrist. So wrist phone device that connected to your mobile phone to act as a mini windows only to your digital life. So it's giving you more digital data. Or maybe today you can see your WhatsApp message in your image. Call is coming, you can disconnect from the watch rather than going to the phone. Fitness tracker. Let's boom in the market. All Fitbits, any of the fitness you talk about, there's always a wearable, and mostly they are available in the wrist form. So come in all sort of a shape, size, and the level of the sophistication. So that is why we're talking about. There are different shapes also, size also, depending where the people want to wear it, but usually it's on a wrist or clipped on a belt wrist. So that's also one thing that you can clip it on the belt. Headphone mounted displays for virtual information delivered right to your eyes. So yes, you can also mount it something, head mounted, and then some screen is coming in front of your eyes. So whatever that particular sensor is taking, you can also read it out. So like, army people, you have a gun, and within the gun you have a sensor which is reading out where the target is, and then you have a wearable glass which have in the screen, and you can finally see in the eyes that where the target is, and then you can shoot easily. So see, it's again not for the fitness and health only. Smart clothing. Can you think of this? That your clothes are also smart. In your clothes or in your pocket or in your sleeves, there are some sort of an electronic wires going on which is capturing or tracking a data for you. And I mean the real example worlds, when I will be going to that what all companies are making it, I will also show you or tell you that yes, there are companies which is making shirts as well or trousers as well, which is in a smart clothing. Well, by the way, there's a smart houses also, but you cannot wear it, so don't go for that. Smart jewelry. We touched base with this about ring, but the more detailed definition is mostly aimed at women right now because women are more into these jewelry. Commonly used discreetly notified for the users of text, calls or emails. So rather than having a watch, maybe you have a bracelet, and within the bracelet you can say, okay, I can text message, I can have a call, I can write a mail, or like a phone. You can use that particular jewelry as a phone. Implantable. Implantable is surgically, like, pacemaker. You have to be put something within your body. So it's not always wearable. Now we are going to the next level of implant, but again, it's an electronic device and connecting to your body. Fine. Sometimes you have to be read something, read information where you have to be put inside into your body. In movies also you can see that. If I have to be heard somebody voice, I can put some microchip into this. So that's an implantable. Smart glasses. So Google Glass is also one of the things, like you are, going into the one city which is unknown for you and you want to know which is that building. You just have a smart glasses, you look into that particular building because your smart glasses connecting to the internet, do some Google search for you as for the images coming up and then say, oh, this is Empire State Building in the New York City, or it's a Times Square, or it's an Eiffel Tower in the France, or it's in the London Eye, wherever. So if you go out of the places to where and you don't know what those places are, on which road you are, or maybe sometimes map, you don't know that where you have to go for a dive. You can just see in your glasses, okay, you have to go right and left, and then there is any restaurant for you, maybe in South Africa. So these are the smart glasses which we can talk about as a wearable device. Okay, this is very interesting, and I can take my chair back so you can see the complete image. This is the another way of representing from the head to toe that what all types of devices are there and how men are wearing it. So we can see the glasses, we can see the wristwatch, we can see the band, we can see the shoes. Yeah, it's a good example. Shoe is a very good pointers where all type of an exercise, walking, your energy can be captured in. Then we have a trousers. You can see in the knee there is something, grids are there, which is the wiring grid. There are wristband, there are shirts, and all these are the wearable devices which you can see from head to toe. It's just a imaginary view to get it more understanding. Okay, which wearable device put it where, and then it's more easy for you to understand. Then we have a big players into the market. When I say the big players, who is making this? So the best smartwatch 2007 was from Apple. Then there was Samsung, Sony, Garmin, Pebble, Tags. All the companies are making these smartwatches. Fitness tracker. Again, Fitbit is, in my views also, Fitbit is number one, but there is a Garmin, there's a Misfit, there's a Withings, which is making the fitness tracking. Running watches coming in 2017. I mean, now we are in 2018, but I mean, still I have a data up till 2017. I need to catch more data of the 2018. New Balance Run IQ, Garmin Flexin 5, TomTom, Spark 3, Garmin for Fortuners, best smartwatch for running, Apple Watch Series 2. Now it's a 3 also launched. The best VR headset. So I talked the VR about when we start this session, AR. So VR is the virtual reality headsets, very popular for gaming, seeing movies or virtual movies. So Oculus Rift, STC, Sony, Samsung. I mean, Samsung Gear is very famous. Google Daydream, Google Cardboard. You know about the Google Cardboard? They started, you have one cardboard and you can put your mobile in front of that, and then there's a lenses and you can start playing like it's a VR device. Smart clothing. Polar Team Pro shirts, Lumurun, OLED smart socks. You can see socks can also be in smart clothes. Smart sleeves, Levi's computer trucker jackets, and the smart exoskins. So these are the exoskins are which very tightly, and when you run, and then they start capturing the tracking data for you. So they are smart companies, or I would say they are the companies who are making the smart clothing also as a wearable device. Smart jewelry. Again, I'm coming to the women's where you can, they are very much interested in jewelry, and so far they are into the technology driven also. So Zenta, Ultras, Ringly, Aries, Belifit, Urban, Fitbit Alpha, and Public School. I mean, to be very frank, I don't know any of this company. I've never used any of these smart jewelry. But yes, because I have to be coverage all the companies giving the data, so I covered this as well. So this is all about the wearable technology and then devices, and those companies who are making those devices, they had to do things which we have covered, and we also try to understand the AR, VR, MR which I have covered in the last session. Thank you very much for today.